Coming to you from both sides of the Pacific, it's Duck Amuck in Japan, with your hosts, King Baby Duck, AFLM, and JonStar.
Ohio gozaimasu, Tokyo, and a good evening, Boston. Welcome to episode 60 of Duck Amuck in Japan, Mangoes Before Midnight. I am your King Baby Doc Evan Borgo, Mr. Ikebukuro, and the number one fan of Sanrio character Big Challenges. Joining us as always is the creator of Solarion, son, the king of all cat girls, and the hard man with harder opinions, AFLM.
Hello. I am here.
Yes, you are. And we have the stupid awesome analyst, the original OG trainer song, the line block JonStar.
I am watching so much Tetris right now.
Yeah, right now is the Tetris Championship, if I'm not mistaken.
It's the qualifiers today. This whole weekend is the Classic Tetris World Championships, my Super Bowl of the year. And right now I have 16 games of Tetris going on right now on my screen on this side. So my eyes are probably going to be over here all night.
Nice.
Yeah, because everybody is... Oh.
Yeah, normally Evan would be on this screen, but tonight you're on this screen because Tetris is over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Legitimately, I don't know what the top 16 is going to look like this year. There is so much young talent that has just come in and just destroyed like everything.
You were showing me a picture of like the youngest talent having what, the highest score ever?
So it wasn't the highest. So last year's a two-time world champion actually put up the highest score of almost 2 million points, which is almost impossible to do. Like, it's a very unlikely thing. You need something like 80% of your points to be Tetris's.
Well, because they just implemented a brand new qualifying system. Like it used to be, okay, they maxed out, now we're counting your max outs, which is 1 million points. Now it's, you get extra points per 100,000 you make over 1 million, and the highest you can make it to before it gets to double kill screen is 1,900,000, and somebody made it to 1,800,000 on the cusp of the 9 million, and this new kid made it to 1,700,000.
Yeah, wow. Dog put up a 1.92.
Oh dang! Okay.
Yeah.
These numbers are so small because the screens are so small.
Dog playing Tetris, who's a two-time world champion, put up an almost perfect game, is essentially what we're saying right now, which is crazy. But he's still not the first seed. Actually, he's fourth seed right now behind Alex T, who is the current world champion.
Yeah,
and
two-time world champion.
Yeah, and Blue Scooty, who also was the first kid to crash Tetris. So,
which his movie is out right now on Amazon. The Blue Scooty movie dropped.
Yep.
The Blue Scooby movie?
Yeah, it's the movie is called Blue Scooty Crashing Tetris, I believe.
Tetris Crasher.
And it just dropped on Amazon, and there was during last year's tournament, 2 years ago, there was an actual film crew following him around to the tournament, which is funny because like we already know how the movie ends because we were there live to see it all happen and go down. But for the normie, everybody has no idea what this Tetris thing is about. And Blue Scooty doesn't even look like himself anymore because he went through puberty during that time and shot up like 3 feet.
Yeah.
So he in the movie he looks like a little boy. Now he looks like a man, and it's really weird.
He looks like a member of ZZ Top right now.
He did. He had like the Neville Longbottom glow up. It's crazy.
Yeah, and so like because last year I didn't even recognize him. Everybody was like, "That's Blue Scooty. That's him."
Blue Scooty kind of sounds like an alternate universe Scooby-Doo character.
at least a Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah. Like he'd be like a greyhound kind of a character.
Or he would be one of those characters that was in the Hanna-Barbera ripoffs where they would rip themselves off. Like Hanna-Barbera would rip Scooby-Doo off and make a new Scooby-Doo, and it was called Blue Scooty.
Or it could be a wacky racist vehicle.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love me some wacky races. We're
So many
already off
choices.
topic.
Yes. We are far off topic, but we've got a lot to talk about. Now, technically, we were supposed to go live last week because we were taking a week off for something that Andrew's going to talk about on the show. But then, okay, we got everything set. We have the show. And then something started happening with my throat. And I'm like, that's funny. Oh, no.
I hope we are not going to have a recording like we did last time. That was such a nightmare. I hope it doesn't happen again. But we're only like a couple minutes into this, and we've already had a crash.
All right. So, okay. So, as I was saying, something weird was going on by my throat. I'm like, okay, let's take this day by day. And then just all of a sudden, by Friday, throat, wrecked. Can't even talk at all. Can't even teach. So, I have to do classroom management while, doing miming with the kids. Kaku, right. While my assistant heads the class, and I'm like, this is a nightmare. How can this get any worse? Well, by the end of the day, I start feeling something weird happening to my right eye. I think someone froze. Did Andrew freeze?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think we might have to look at a different tool to get this done.
We might. So, okay. Continuing with the story.
Yeah, it doesn't like it when you start talking about your throat.
All right, then I'll move on to the next part of my body. My eye starts feeling weird, starts going crazy. So, I look in the mirror. It's red. Completely red. I don't know if I caught it from a kid or something else is going, but I got pink eye in my left eye.
You 100% got it from a kid. I'm just saying right here, right now, there's no way that it wasn't from a kid.
Yeah, because, all I was having was the issue with the throat. And then as the day went on, I don't know what happened. So for the next 2 days, I'm wearing an eye patch over my left eye, and it's just the grossest thing. It's just gunk after gunky. It's just the gunkiest thing I have ever seen in my life, which made me start to wonder about the romanticization, the romanticization of people wearing eye patches in fiction and anime, and I'm like, don't these people realize just how disgusting it is underneath all of these characters' eye patches?
I feel like are pirates the only thing that we have in American culture that do eye patches, except for Snake Plissken. Snake Plissken is a action hero who has an eye patch.
Who is who is the character in Harvey Birdman? Phil Kinsaban.
Yeah. Yep. He
and Andrew's frozen again.
Just keep going. He'll come back. Yeah. So I was actually thinking about that it's pretty prevalent in anime, and I was wondering if it was just as prevalent in American culture besides pirates.
Yeah.
And there are a couple, but I don't feel like it's as prevalent as especially the Chinibuyo characters have eye patches going on.
Yes, exactly. Because there's Love Chinibuyo and Under Delusions. You got the Mega Man character here, but and then you've got Denji from Chainsaw Man. You've got Seal Phantom High from Black Butler, and it's all these characters who are considered, beautiful or romantic, wearing the eye patches, acting so mysterious. Yeah, well, want to figure out one mystery? Lift up that eye patch to see what's underneath it, and it's just gonna be fucking pus.
Ugh. That's gross.
It is gross. It is absolutely gross. So I was dealing with that for over a week, and like as you can tell, my voice still isn't 100%. I still have a bit of the gravelly in my voice, but I'm okay now. Yeah, as you can see, you know, my eyes better. It was just a nightmare. COVID was easier than this. Mm-hmm. I will say that. COVID was easier than what I dealt with. It sucked. And what was worse is, like, it wasn't like I was sick where I had to, like, at least with COVID, I could isolate myself and just not have to go anywhere. No, I still had to work. I still had my job to do.
Which you're not supposed to with pink eye. I thought pink eye you had to quarantine.
Well, by the time I went back to work, it was already starting to clear up. So, just to sum up, I was sick, but I'm better now. Everything is okay. Everything's
I was
fine.
sick, and I'm dead. So.
But I'm fine. I'm fine now. I'm fine. But yeah, all these technical difficulties, man, I will say it's taking just a little bit out of me. You know what I need, guys? You know what I need?
What do we need?
I need myself some horse girl juice.
Gross. I don't know. Like,
yes.
Will we talk about horse girls?
I like that you actually have a can.
Yeah. Yes, I have the can. So, guys, 4 years ago, I was actually introduced to Zone Energy when I came out here to Japan for the second time. I had saw that they were doing a collaboration with Uma Musume. I had bought it as a joke 4 years ago. Wound up being the tastiest Asian drink I've ever had. Here's what the original looked like. But unfortunately, it was limited edition, like most great drinks, and it was gone for almost 4 years. But there is a brand new Uma Musume drink here. Top this gold, orange and gold. Here it is, right here, with sweet, sweet, sweet horse girl nectar. And I've actually not tried it yet. Yes. So let's open this up here. And itadakimasu.
It's been so long since we've had a snack review on this show.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Not bad. I recall the one that came out 4 years ago being a little bit stronger with the orange flavor. But yeah, this is pretty good.
So it legitimately says that it's flavored orange and gold. Like, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Shut up!
Yeah. Listen. We can at least be assured that this is just pure horse girl water made by the most purest functions of horse girl. Yeah. So yeah, made by the purest horse girl.
You know what's funny is that I look at that image and I say, "Ew, gross," but like everybody is like, "Oh, wine is like the top notch of like the fanciest juice in the world," and yet it's feet juice.
Yeah, technically, wine is feet juice.
And the funny part about this is I've seen this meme floating all around X, whatever convention this was a part of, and I love the guy's face, like in the background.
Yeah.
Like Tokai.
Yeah, he's like,
they were like, "Isn't this unsanitary?" And then they were like, "Oh no, like we washed our feet with like Everclear, I think it was. I think they poured Everclear. So it's all alcohol based basically, and so like they put Everclear all over their feet to like make it an alcoholic drink, and that killed all the bacteria. And it's like, wow.
Safety first. But yeah, good drink.
Awesome.
Yes. But yeah. So why is this episode called Mangoes Before Midnight? Well, the original plan is, so because it's so late at night for these guys, we're trying to end the show before midnight, U.S. Eastern Time.
We can do it.
I'm so glad we had a great start to fulfilling that.
I know. No shit.
Time is not on our side. It's like an episode of 24.
Yeah. But why the mangoes? Why the mangoes? Well, there's now a new superstition that I have, and it does involve mangoes. So, the other day, I'm at Tokyo Dome. I'm watching my beloved Yomiuri Giants play their game, and we're not doing so good. As you can see, though, first off, Tokyo Dome loves their host squirrels as well. We're not doing good at this game. We are like behind 4-1. It is the 8th inning. I start to get like a bit of a craving. I'm thirsty. I'm like, you know what? It's been a really long time since I've had one of my favorite drinks, which is the Giants Mango Sour, which has real mangoes inside of it. It's an alcoholic drink. It's mighty tasty. So, this game's going to end on a disaster. I might as well have a nice tasty drink just to end the bit of this bitterness. So, buy it. I start drinking it. And then something magical happens. The Giants, at the bottom of the 8th, they load up the bases. Player comes up, takes a big swing, and hits a grand slam home run.
You were alive. You were alive and present for a grand slam finish. That is insanely cool.
Yeah. And then 9th inning, struck up, 3 outs automatically. They win 5-4. Like you can't even write movies with an epic ending like this.
Well, if you did write a movie like that, it would be called cheesy, and it's just like you just saw it happen. It's like that's stupid. That wouldn't happen like that.
No,
and
it's real, guys. It's real.
It really happened, and that's when I realized, like, the last few times I have come to the Giants games, I didn't buy my mango sour, and they lost. Every time I did buy the mango sour, the Giants won.
Yeah.
So now, every time I go to a Giants game, I will now have to buy a mango sour to make sure that they win.
That is, that's how people started turning their hats inside out at Red Sox games for their rally caps.
Yeah.
Is absolutely.
Yeah, or they start switching seats. What's that movie that came out in the 90s? Celtic Pride.
Oh yeah, with Dan Stern
and Dan Aykroyd. They were switching around.
God. Yeah, and that whole scene where like they're trying all of these different things. I remember.
Yeah. Andrew keeps coming in and out again. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the weirdest show I think I've done with Duck Amuck in Japan, that we've done with Duck Amuck in Japan, because we had a whole thing planned, had a whole show planned, something that we were planning to do last week, but then I got sick. You'll notice I'm not even in character right now. No sunglasses, no funny hat. I'm just me. I'm not King Baby Duck right now. It's just me, Evan Borgo. And for the past 2 hours, we have dealt with technical difficulties. And we have also dealt with, testing out a new sort of streaming option, OBS. And right now, that's what we're using at this very moment. I've had to... Well, I've attempted to import all of our different things from Streamlabs to OBS, but then it was just so much of a pain in the neck that I just made it by hand, made it from scratch. So
yep.
But you're a pro now. from all of the stuff you had to do with Streamlabs, so it went actually pretty quick.
Yeah.
All things considered, because remember how long it took you to even create the Streamlabs stuff?
Yeah.
Like, it was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. So yeah, I had this whole thing. We had this whole show to talk about. I don't know how much we're going to cover in these next 45 minutes of here.
We can go a little over. It's fine. I'm not going to turn into a pumpkin.
Okay, fine. So, originally, the episode title, Mangoes Before Midnight, was going to be the episode title. Maybe it'll still be the episode title of this show. But
I mean, I had a suggestion. I mean, we had all the way up until the mangoes thing on the original stream. Can you splice those videos together for YouTube?
I mean, it's possible. It is possible. We could give it a try. We could give that a go. It just might take me a little bit to get that moving. Okay. If that is the case, then let's probably talk about what the big news is. One of the things, something we should be celebrating about, and that is Solarion Sun's Kickstarter launching today. Yay!
Yeah.
So, Andrew, the floor is yours. Please promote away with Solarion Sun and what you're doing with this Kickstarter.
Yeah, so this is it's called the 5th volume Kickstarter, but you can get every single book, right? That's the most important part that people need to know about this Kickstarter is every single book is available. You can start from the beginning. You can be a brand new reader, but you either buy book number 1 or you buy book number 5, and then you pick whatever else you want in between. So it just launched today, this evening, as of 5 hours ago, I guess you could say.
Yeah, currently we're at $901.
Yeah, out of the 1,500 that we need. But the 1,500 is just the initial goal. With $1,500, I'll be able to print what I need as far as new stock for Volume 5. But the more we make, the more books I'm going to be able to restock with, including Volume 4, which Volume 4 desperately needs a restock because I'm almost out of stock of Volume 4. Volume 4 is awesome. It's like one of my favorite out of all the Solarion Sun volumes. But Volume 5 is also incredibly special to me, as this is the end of Act 2. So Solarion Sun leaves Act 2, and Book 6 and 7 will be Act 3, and then it's over. You know, so the fact that I could just be like, hey, book is almost done. There's only 2 books left after this one is crazy, especially because literally just 1 year ago is when we started campaign for number 4. So far, this campaign has gone off to a much better start than Volume 4 did. I don't know what happened with Volume 4. People just weren't in the sauce or anything like that, but I think we got a little bit of the sauce back, so I'm hoping that this looks good because printing prices have doubled for me. So getting the funding is even more important than it's ever been. And I very much look forward to the support that everybody can possibly give me for being able to strengthen the future of Solarion Sun itself and my book.
Awesome.
So you can, yeah, thank you. And you know, there's all the people who already backed it, and I know that there's a bunch of people out there who are already prepped to back and they haven't backed yet. So I'm looking at, you know, some pretty good numbers ahead from the people that I haven't seen. And after we get the initial goals done, we have guest artists again. Last book 4, I didn't have any guest artists. I had stretch goals, but no guest artists. So I brought guest artists back. We have the amazing Kevin Hinkle at Kevin Mr. Hinkle Draws. We have Songbird at Songbird_1412, and we have Wish Pedal. And they have all created original Solarion Sun art that once we get to their goals, everybody who has physical goals will get physical art cards of that for free. And people who get digital goals will get digital copies of their artwork. And then if we get to the very end and get the big goal, everybody gets sticker sheets of the characters that Kevin Hinkle drew.
Very cool.
So we're looking at some pretty cool free stuff. If you guys, if we're able to get this going, so I'm really looking forward to it because this is the love of my life. This is my real job, and this is a wonderful epic fantasy adventure that I'm having because as I say with Solarion Sun all the time, this is a book for me. I'm writing Solarion Sun for me, and I'm its primary audience because which is why I enjoy it so much. But I also want other people to enjoy it with me as well. And so far, the feedback that I get from it is awesome. So if you guys like epic fantasy, if you guys like J.R.R. Tolkien, you like Lord of the Rings, you like Thundercats, you will like it because this is an epic fantasy that within that realm of Dungeons and Dragons and all that. So go check out the Kickstarter page. It's running live right now. Solarion Suns Volume 1 through 5, and show your support so that I can have a good continuing future for the book series. Actually, and because right here, you'll notice that all my bookshelves are empty back here. Yeah. Because all the books are right there because it's convention season, so everything's stacked off to the side. Like this is all empty too. It's all right there. It's all going to shows.
Yeah.
It's all being sold, and box number 4, which is volume 4, is right there, is very light, so I need to fill that box back up.
Nice. Very cool. All right. Now, speaking of conventions, well, first off, what is this? Can you tell me what this is?
Yeah, that's Clickyverse. So I am contracted with a company called Clickyverse that they make fidget toys, which are these things right here.
Yeah, let's pull it up. Yeah.
They're little key binds. Let's see if we can make it focus on this. Maybe not because it's not a real webcam. But they're little keyboard keys, and so they click down. They're very very fidgety and satisfying, as the youngins say, and they're all Solarion Sun characters. So we have Thunder, Rain, Kindle, Silver, Odd, Sea, Wind, Shadow, and Zeality. And so you can get a 9-pack of them, which is what that is, or you can just customize them individually and get your own little things. And right now, the easiest way to get them is to go to a convention and construct them at a convention. However, they do have an email on their website where you can email them directly for a custom one. You just have to know which parts you want. But within the next 2 months or so, they said that the website's going to be fully updated so that you can customize your own on the website and order it through the website.
Very cool.
So there's going to be Solarion Sun products out there in the wild, and every one you make, I make a kickback for. So I get quarterly kickbacks for that, and it's a wonderful. They're awesome. It's Nicole and Matthew over at Clickyverse, and they do such a good job. So yeah, that's what that is actually. And from that picture that was taken was. Do you remember our friends over at I Am Think?
Yes, of course.
So that picture was taken by David from I Am Think, or what was I Am Think. And he approached Clickyverse and was just like, "Do you have the license to this?" You know, like he's like, "This is my friend's stuff. My friend does Solarion Sun. Do you have the license to this?" You know, kind of accusatorily of them, you know, thinking that they were stealing artwork. He's like, "No." They're like, "No, it's cool. Like, we're contracted to them. He made this artwork for us exclusively." And he's like, "Okay, give me all of them." You know, And so big ups to David. For shooting that picture out and actually catching it in the wild at PAX East, because that made my day, man. That was so cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm thrilled about that I have support like that, and I have people that are not only like keeping their eyes out for me, like, hey, like somebody's stealing your artwork, you know, I found them over here, but also, wow, I didn't expect to see Solarion Sun out in the wild. I know what this is. Because it was the same thing when I was at the convention last weekend, right?
Yeah.
Which I believe is also a topic on here, right?
Actually, it's the next topic, Wicked Comic Con.
Yeah, so I was at Wicked Comic Con. It's an awesome free convention. You get in for free, and it's only one day of show. But Clickyverse was there, which is where I got my thing, and people would come over to my table, and they would be like, "Oh, Solarion's son." Like, yeah, I would be like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Oh yeah, from Clickyverse." So it was cool. It was like oh, it's Thunder from Fortnite, kind of a reaction. And I was like, yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm over at Clickyverse. That's wicked cool that you recognize, because they would be talking to me and not realizing that they were talking to somebody of like the product that they already do, and they'd be like, oh wait, I know what this is, because it's over at Clickyverse. So that kind of collaboration has just been so awesome, so fruitful. So the weekend itself was great. It's the best I've ever done at a Wicked Comic-Con. And it was so good that I spent all my money to buy a double table setup for next season. And so I basically made no profit off the show, but I made all profit, and all that profit just went to investing in the fall show with a double table setup, because the one thing that Jonathan and I learned at Wicked Comic-Con is, I have no table space left. It's physically impossible to fit any more product on my table. So a double table is pretty much required at this point, but I can't afford a double table. But I can afford a double table at Wicked Comic-Con because the tables are so affordable. Yeah. Because it's only one day. So I was like, okay, well, I'll test it out to see if it's worth buying it. So I did. So we're going to see what happens. And so I'm looking forward to that.
Nice. And that's the Wicked Comic-Con. That's in October, November. When's that one?
Correct. Yeah, October 4th. October 4th is where we'll be at that. We're in the smaller room again, but hopefully the double table setup will give me a lot more attention that the series needs, because when you buy a double table, it allows people to linger longer on your product and look at it more. So that's basically what I'm hoping. To
be honest, I feel like it's the only way that we can really do it now to be successful.
Well, at Fan Expo, I'm hoping to get a corner table at Fan Expo. It's like an extra $100 to get a corner table. And what I would do is I'm going to buy a 3-foot table so that I can put the 3-foot table on the end and the 6-foot table in front and make an L shape. And then that will kind of be my double table setup for that, because then I would be able to fit more product on the 3-foot table. In fact, 3 feet, an extra 3 feet would be awesome.
Yeah. When are you going to find out about that?
Who knows? I know that I'm an exhibitor there for at least a normal table, but I didn't get an invoice for an extended table.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And remember, folks, there's a picture of you right there at Wicked Comic-Con.
There I am. Yeah. That's me.
Yes. And
as you can see, my table is overflowing.
Yeah, you do need a double table. Yeah. I'm curious, how popular are the photos that are like on the bottom? Like, have you ever sold any of those?
Yes. Yeah. They sell. They sell every once in a while, but they're really good for catching people's eyes.
It totally does. Yeah. But you've also had a couple of customers as well who do not know your product at all and have said, "I just need that picture." There has been more than five who are just like, I need that one.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool because if they don't even know the story, it's like, oh, like, thank you, I'm flattered that you like my artwork, and but because they're so colorful, because I work with very saturated colors, right?
Right.
I do very saturated colors. Everything is very eye-catching. So I was like, okay, let's make a whole row of these. And you see people like staring at them, like, because they're not at your eye level. You see people looking down, like they're constantly looking downwards. And sometimes you'll see like the older men with like a group. Like they'll be with like a group of young ladies or something, and they're like the dad of the group, and you'll see dad like catching, like, looks over at the table and stuff all the time. Because I have
Dad, you're embarrassing me.
Yeah, because I have a bunch of pretty young ladies on my table. Why not?
I'm telling Mom that you're ogling these lady pictures.
That's right.
There are a lot of people who walk by, and like, it's especially like little younger kids, maybe like in the 12 10, like 11 and 12 range who like laugh at the pictures and like, you know, they're in a way that's like, oh, hey, do you want to get that? You know, like it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like some of the reactions that people give are really strange at shows.
Yeah, like very bizarre. Like, why did you do that reaction? Like, I want to know what that was all about.
I don't understand why you reacted that way. Yeah.
Well, guess what? Zap, now you're into it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know, because I do pinup drawings, you know.
Didn't it happen like once where it's like you had like a couple of guys like laugh, and then like moments later, one of the guys came back and you're like, okay, seriously, I want that one.
Oh, that was at my first show, yeah, where they were like, oh, you want to get the furry book? Oh, get the furry book, well, you know, and then I was like, oh, like, come over, like, let's talk about my furry book, and I was so passionate about my product and my project that, yeah, at the end of the show, he came back and was just like, I had to buy it. He was like, you were so passionate about your project, I just had to come back and buy it.
Nice.
And honestly, you talk to everybody. Doesn't matter if you feel like you're wasting your time or I'm wasting their time. You never know who's going to come back.
Yeah.
And because you know, obviously people, you always get the people who are like, I'll come back around, and that's the universal sign at a convention of he's not coming back. I'm not going to see that guy ever again, which is fine. Like I sell a luxury. You don't need to buy my product.
Yeah.
But I want you to buy my product because I'm confident in my product, and I know my product is good, and I know you would enjoy it. So I will confidently tell you about my product, and sometimes that rings true with people, and then I stick on their mind, and they're like, okay, I had to come back and buy your product, especially because I sell a book. Like, I'm not selling a picture. So you don't get like I bought this and I hung it on my wall and that's the end of my satisfaction. I sell a book, which means you can read it, and then you can read it again, and then you can get another one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so there's an investment into buying a book because it requires not just like I hung it up on the wall and that's my entertainment factor, you know, like something like this is cool, right? My Mirko in the back, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love having that in my room. I love my Rain picture, like Rain, that definitively that's my own creation, and it's my favorite of my own creation.
Yes. But
you know, it's cool for decorating my room, but you know, you pick out a book and you read it, and then you're kind of a part of it, and it gives you a sense of an adventure, and I think that's kind of like a worthwhile something to invest in. Obviously, I mean, it's my product. I'm trying to sell you my product, but I like it when people come back because they also feel like it's something that they feel like they should invest in.
Right. Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, I'm glad you had a good time there. And as a reminder, we got yourself the Solarion Sun Kickstarter happening right now. Has there been any change? No, still $901.
Yep, we are sitting at 16 backers, $901 out of the 1,500. Still 29 days to go. Yeah. So it's literally hours old, guys. We can do it. We can get this done in the first 24 hours. If we can knock this out in the first 24 hours, everything is gravy afterwards. Then we can start working on the free product that you're all gonna get.
Nice.
I've been guerrilla posting online in Discord servers that I don't know would appreciate, like whether or not they would appreciate me posting there, but I am anyways. Trying all this kinds of stuff. So
yeah, I got to continue to post stuff on X and Instagram. And it seems like my stories do the best for getting people to know like when things are happening. So if I constantly posting on that Instagram story of like, hey, here's where we're at, here's what we're doing, come support the project, and that reminds people, oh yeah, I got to support that.
Cool. Very nice. All right. So, let's see. I don't know what we should do next, because we have a lot of music to talk about. We've got the Anime Awards to talk about. We've got cartoons to talk about. Guys, what's the consensus? What should we talk about next?
I mean, personally, the mood that I'm in tonight is I really want to talk about the new Tubbering album. and I also really want to talk about the indie cartoons that we've been watching.
All right. Okay.
Like those couple of things I've been really excited to talk about recently.
Then let's skip over here then to the new Tubring album, The State of the Art. And bro, I listened to this the other night. I think I like this more than Zoo Hypothesis.
Wow, really?
Okay, so I want to first start off by saying that I've listened to this album a couple of times now, and it has brought me back to a place when I was listening to this in high school, when Andrew discovered them, and I latched on, and then like the ball started rolling with it, and I felt like I was a high schooler again, like listening to this album, and it was so dang good. And while I don't know if I like it better than Zoo Hypothesis, because that was definitely one of their best albums ever, this one is definitely better than their last album that they just released a year ago, which that was very hard to top because that was a very, very good Tubring album. But this one, oh my gosh, it like legitimately just track after track after track. It's so dang good.
Can I? So like with the nostalgia aspect of it, it's not because I'm still relatively new to Tubring. I know Tubring because of you guys, but when I started listening to the album and like Breakfast comes on, one of the first things that came to mind was another band that unfortunately is no longer around because their frontman passed away a few years ago. The World Inferno Friendship Society, and where like World Inferno Friendship Society and Tubring, they are very similar because they've got kind of like the big band sound. They've got the horns and the trumpets, and they've got all these sorts of very similar vibes. Where World Inferno Friendship Society is like the music where you dance with like those underground and the devils and demons and things of Halloween. Tubring is like we dance with the aliens and intergalactic creatures. Where World Inferno went below, Tubring went above. And like I had like this super like I feel like I felt like I was listening to something new from Whiffs. And like throughout the whole album, from Breakfast and your epilogue and Resistance and like all these different basically the whole album, I was feeling something I hadn't felt in like almost. And the last time I saw World Inferno live was when I did Jack Cherrycloth's interview back in like 2016, like 10 years. Like I hadn't felt this way about like a sound in like 10 years. Like I felt like this band had actually brought back a sound that I thought was long lost when Jack passed away, and Tubring managed to actually bring it back.
Yeah. So I'm like we were talking about, I'm the premier Tubring guy. Like I'm the one who
patron,
introduced this whole sound and even the idea of avant-garde to this whole weird eclectic taste in music, because I love my weird music. And can
I add something very quickly too? So like before I listened to this album, the day before I had actually watched a very short, like 10-minute documentary, very short, about the band The Residents and like how they influence avant-garde and bands like Mr. Bungle and Primus and Devo. And like it's funny that I watched that and then I listened to Tubring because there were elements of the Residents too that I found in some of the State of the Art as well.
Yeah, it's fun because, well, for one thing, this is the biggest surprise of the year because they literally dropped State of the from First to Last Man or whatever the last album was.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a year ago.
Yeah, and
then out of nowhere, this album they're just like, hey, we're making an album. It's coming out next month. What? Like what? When? Right? Because the last time you dropped an album, it was like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It took you forever between releases. And the funny thing is too, is because the last time we were talking about Tubring, we were also talking about like the ranking of Tubring.
Mm-hmm.
And my rankings have completely changed since then because I went through and I just listened to the whole discog. again, and I was like, oh, because I gave Secret Handshakes like the worst. I was like, this is their obviously their worst album, and I couldn't be more wrong. That like I actually love the Secret Handshakes album, and then this album, I do agree. I think this album is better than the last album, which is also better than Catastrophe. I actually think Catastrophe is my least favorite album now, out of all of them, which is funny because that was a Kickstarter album, and because Catastrophe, like half of Catastrophe is cover songs, and but the original stuff is still good on that album. I like that album a lot, but one of them has to be the worst one. Zoo Hypothesis is just the best. It's still the best. I don't think anything can beat Zoo Hypothesis. But
and this is
dang
where I feel
old
like I disagree
dude.
because like I think I really enjoy State of the Art so much more than I did with Zoo Hypothesis. Like I feel like State of the Art just really grabbed me in a way that Zoo Hypothesis, while a great album, it didn't do so as quickly.
Well, that's fine, and there's a couple songs that I want to point out in this list that are easily my top favorites. First of all, It Was Real. The weird nature of that song that feels incredibly avant-garde is so perfect and up my alley. Like that, when I think of avant-garde and creating weird, funky compositions, like that's what I think of. Though it doesn't necessarily sound like Tubbering, because Tubbering is very experimental punk, and that's not very experimental punk. The one after that I give is Thalassophobia.
Yeah.
Because so Kinnard and Uller, I saw their names on the album that there's like, oh, this song featuring Kinnard and Uller. I was like, okay, who are Kinnard and Uller? So I went to their songs. They only have 2 songs out. If you go to their page, they have 2 songs, Walk Like the Crow and Amphibian. And both of those songs are awesome and sound like Thalassophobia. So I was like, dang, these guys, I need to keep these guys. I saved them up. I follow them. They're awesome. Kinnard and Uller are awesome. So and Thalassophobia is a banger of a song. And then, of course, one of the singles that they released, Too Far Away. When they released that, I was like, this song is perfect. It's that slow song that Tubbering introduces every album or so. That is just great. It reminds me of Numbers, the song Numbers from Fermi Paradox.
Yeah,
and
I like the doo-wop vibe it has.
Yeah. Well, and this one's better too. I think this one's better than Numbers. This is probably my favorite slow Tubbering song that they have, and because it's kind of sad, and I like it. But dude. And then the rest of the song is that experimental punk that you know from them, and I love it. Fill in the Gaps is great. Future Never Came is really good, which is funny because I always think of The Future Was Free, or what was it? The Digital
Panic the Digital.
Panic the Digital, stuff like that. Like that's kind
what
of
I thought about On the Wing as well. I really liked On the Wing.
Yep, On the Wing is another good one. Electric Dreams and Analog. There's a lot of good songs on this.
Yeah.
But the song that I found myself singing, actually, after listening to the album through a couple times, is I had Calling Occupants of Interplanetary.
Yeah, bro, like that.
Traps.
What a great finale. And I feel like that song. So it's funny, I'm listening to this, and I like that it fills you with hope when you listen to it. I like that it ends an album with positivity, which is the complete polar opposite of how I felt when I was listening to the recent Proto Man album, which ends with like the literal sound of a dude hanging by a noose.
Yeah.
So, calling Occupants of Interplanetary Craft, that's a cover song.
Really?
But it sounds like a Tubbering song.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is a perfect song for Tubbering to do, to cover, because this is a Tubbering song. They sing about space, they sing about aliens, they sing about weird science. Like this is a perfect Tubbering song, and it's weird to end the album on a cover song, but it is a very good ending to the album. because it reminds me of God Hates Astronauts, which was
that's what I was thinking.
Like it's like the perfect ending to their albums is something like that. So I just if you didn't know it was a cover song, which you guys didn't, you would just think it's a cover. It's a regular Tubbering song.
Well, who was the original band? Who originally did it?
Who did it? That is a good question. Let's see.
Was it David Bowie's follow-up to Major Tom? Because it sounds like that.
Carpenters. Carpenters is the original.
Really?
Yeah.
The
Carpenters. 1970s. 1976.
We only just begun. That Carpenters?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, it just says Carpenters. Carpenters album Passage, 1977.
Wow.
Now, I will say that Tubbering is very good at covers. They've done a lot of them. They've done a lot of collab albums back in the day. I remember they've done Johnny Cash. They've done Faith No More. They've done yeah, which is very good, actually. They've done so many covers, and they're really dang good at it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great album. Like I was pleasantly surprised by State of the Art. It
is a solid album.
It is a solid album.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that Tubbering is still... Dude, I've been listening to Tubbering for over 30 years now, or 20 years now.
Yeah.
They've been making music for 30 years.
Yeah.
Tubbering has been making music for 30 years. I've been listening to them for 20. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. So when Tubbering is the band that I think of when people say like, oh, this is old, like this is 30 years old. I think of like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Tubbering. That like when I talk about Tubbering, that's who that like kids will think about me. It's like, oh, I'm listening to this band. Oh, that classic rock Tubbering.
I was listening to Oldies 103 the other day, and this weird band called Korn showed up in there.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's like my 70s, 80s, 90s playlist has Hellbilly 2000 on it. You know, it's like Dracula, yeah. It's like yeah, 90. It's 90s classics. You know,
Oldies 103.3. Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's my 90s unk music, you know?
Oh, yeah, we're old.
Yeah. So funny.
I do want to quickly mention, because I know we skipped over to Tubbering, but a band that I'm so happy is getting subtraction. Fat Dog. They have a brand new song. It's called "Go Fuck Yourself," and it's kind of how I'm feeling about Streamlabs right now. Banger of a song, banger of a track, and
yeah,
one of the things that like I feel like there's a theme that's like being built up for what's going to be their next album, because they first released Peace Song, and then they released Pray to That, and now they've released like this song, Go Fuck Yourself. And I feel like there's got to be some sort of underlying theme that's going on. Mm-hmm. But the thing that shocked me the most about this release isn't the song itself, which is great. It's who's getting around to listening to it. I wake up one morning, I open X, and I'm greeted with freaking Hideo Kojima tweeting about Fat Dog. And I'm like, bro, yes.
It is weird, and it's also very funny because Kojima's kind of a meme now. But I don't know. People are kind of weary of Kojima now because he's very pro AI. So he's just like,
yeah, that last video he released, yeah.
Yeah, the last two videos, right? Because he's like making a series out of like this AI thing that he's doing
with Prada, I believe.
Yeah, Prada. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people are like, "What are you doing, Kojima? What's this all about?"
Yeah. But it's just funny that, like, he's the, like, he posts about a band that I discovered 2 years ago, wandering around Tower Records in Shibuya, them blaring the album, me going, what is that? 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 What is that?
Yeah.
And then them coming to Tokyo, them doing a banger of a show at Liquid Room, and then them opening up for Queens of the Stone Age and Foo Fighters now that they're opening up for Foo Fighters when they're touring Europe. It's like the right people are like getting into Fat Dog and putting them into people's ear holes, and that's making me happy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So I had this whole section also to talk about other bands from Japan. Unfortunately, I feel like we don't have much time, but I did want to give a bit of a shout out to a great artist, great up and coming band called Sennen Popula. I met them a few weeks ago while walking around Kabukicho, and one of them, like, the band kind of stopped me because I was wearing my Top Secret Man shirt, and it said, "Oh, we're friends with them. We're friends with them." It's like, "Oh,
yeah, heck yeah."
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, are you guys in a band?" It's like, "Yeah, we have a band, and it's called Sennen Popula." And I listened to their music. I was like, "Yeah, I dig it. It's really cool. When's your next show?" And they said, "Oh, we'll put you on the list, Shinjuku Marble." And so I go to the show. They put on a great performance. They were wild and crazy. Their bassist, I think, has a couple of marbles missing from his brain. I say this out of love, by the way. I say this out of love. The reason why I say that is, like, during the first song, he's going wild and crazy, and he's going wild on his bass, and all of a sudden, just out of the blue, he, like, picks up his mic stand and starts, like, flinging it like crazy. Like, oh man, he's losing his mind. He's going crazy. And then all of a sudden, like, I start seeing that mic stand getting closer to me and closer to me. And it's like slow motion. I'm like, oh shit, he chucked the mic stand and it's about to hit me. Yeah. And I'm like, like, I catch it. It kind of whacks me here on the elbow. And, like, I don't know where the mic goes. It just gets flung in a different location. I could have been sent to the hospital if I did not catch that on time.
Yeah, but can you imagine if like they sent the only Gaijin-san to the hospital?
Yeah,
like, just like white guy like out, like sprawled out on the floor. It's like, oh no, we hit the only white guy in here,
and it's the guy we invited to the show.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna hate us now, but I'm fine.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah.
Were they impressed that you caught the mic stand?
I don't know, because they were so into the song that I don't think they even noticed.
What'd you do? Were you just holding it the whole time? Did you have a mic stand now?
I, like, gave it back to them, like, after the song was over.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was like, but anyway, Sennen Popula, please do check them out. They were great. The other bands that were playing, the Derbies, equally very good. Angie Motel and Doka Doka was the other one. All great bands. 4 bands played. Sennen Popula was the first one to go on. Were very good, very fun. So yeah, I did want to just say a little bit about that. And I know I just showed a bit of this slide. I might as well say this. I got to see Puffy Amiyumi's 30th anniversary concert.
Yeah.
Which is feeling old now. Like, saying that I've been listening to Puffy Amiyumi for 20 years. And, like, we're getting to that almost anniversary. Well, no, it's past. That was back in 2000. Way, way, way back. But, yeah, what a show this was. Great times. I know... I forget, was it you, John, that we went and saw them at Anime Boston? Or was it...
I was there.
Yeah, I think we all made it there.
We all made it. We all made it. So we all know that they're great. We all know that they're great live.
I remember that the only thing that they would allow us to film was the Teen Titans theme song when they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. That there's like no filming here, but you can have this one song.
There's some Japanese artists that do that. When I saw Asian Kung Fu Generation, they only allowed us to record the encore. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's a Japanese
like rap?
thing. But it was a great show, and the fact that I got to see a Japanese puffy show, a Japanese, not one that's curtailed for a American audience, because in America only 4 of their albums have ever come out technically as physical releases. So you had Spike, the compilation and illustrated history, Nice, and Splurge. And then, of course, the Hi Puffy Amiyumi soundtrack, too. So maybe 5. So it was great seeing a Puffy show that was a Japanese show celebrating all of their albums, all of their records, and their longevity. So, yeah. Good times. And the great thing, too, is I actually sat in the balcony for this show. Now, I don't mean balcony where it's like floor, mezzanine, balcony. I sat in like the Statler and Waldorf seats of
nice.
at this concert. It was cool. It was fancy. But yeah, great time. So, let's go into the West. We got some cartoons to talk about. And I think the big one that is on all of our minds right now is Gameoverse.
Yes.
Yep.
Gameoverse was a surprise to me in a couple of different ways. Now, I knew Rubber Ross was a good animator and everything like that, but the heavy involvement of Aaron Hansen being a part of the project, I was very proud of him for not using his middle school trash humor anymore. And he was like actually acting like an adult of his age, creating a cartoon that was universally acceptable by anybody who wanted to watch it. So that was kind of nice.
Yeah. Now, did you know that this is a reboot?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the original, but I did know about
this. Is the original. This is what the original looked like.
Oh, sure. Okay. I have seen that, but I have not watched that.
Yeah. I've watched all 4. It's interesting. It's funny because like Gameoverse from like 16 years ago, because this came out in 2009. This version came out in 2009. It's definitely like that 2009's Teen Titans Go kind of humor. And so now this version, it's basically what you would call the gritty reboot of Gameoverse. Because while Gameoverse, this version does have a couple of funny things, it's not a silly cartoon. It's not silly by any means necessary. Like, it really takes its narrative very seriously. And you had this concept of, like, every time a game is beaten, the world's blown up, the world's destroyed.
Yeah, I thought that was such a strange concept for everything. Like, that they were trying to prevent games from being beaten so that people could stay alive. Like, interesting take.
There's a theory that I've read, kind of interesting one, and it brings to mind an old TV show called Reboot, and it's like this. Someone posted a theory of like this whole universe takes place inside somebody's computer. So whenever somebody beats a game, they delete it from their computer.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. So, Gameoverse, the first episode, the pilot of this, I liked it. It was really enjoyable. It took me a couple of watches, and I will say this: I think I prefer the Japanese dub over the English dub. Even though the English dub is good, the Japanese version, who they got to voice the characters and how they voice the characters, they just really hit it out of the ballpark.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm kind of getting English voice actor fatigue anyway. With you hear the same voices over and over and over again. Not that you don't with Japanese. Like, it's the same thing with Japanese stuff. Like, it's like, oh, I know who that is. I know him from this other show. He sounds exactly the same. It's not a problem. The problem that I'm having is it seems like there's a group of voice actors that only do indie cartoons, so you only hear the indie cartoon voice. Like the girl who plays Kit also plays Luna in Hell of a Boss.
Yeah, in Hell of a Boss.
Who also plays whoever and whatever other show. There's and she is a professional voice actor. She has a huge amount of credits for One Piece and whatever. But it's just weird that there's this circle of like, okay, we have an indie cartoon, now we have to hire this specific group of people. Whereas the Japanese one, you can't really call these indie animations anymore, right? Like, because you can't hire industry professionals to then make like a big production of it, because like when you think indie, it's like, oh, we had 4 people and we all did our own voices, and we didn't hire the Hollywood of Japan to do this for us. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what really took the creator by surprise. Is like, well, I wrote down this list of like dream actors that I would love to voice these characters, but I know in a million years I would never get. But then it's like, surprise, we got them for you.
Yeah, well, and I think that's where it's interesting that Glitch Productions is not really an indie production anymore. Like, Glitch Studios is actually like a real production studio. And the one thing that I didn't like about the Japanese version was the main villain is voiced by Vegeta, and I think the only reason they did that was because the English voice actor for him is Chris Sabat, who also plays Vegeta.
Yeah.
And the voice actor doesn't fit because the voice actor for Vegeta has a very high voice. Like, kind of the same way that Goku also has a high voice in Japan because it's played by an old woman, like an 80-year-old woman.
90-year-old woman now.
Yeah, right. And now, so all of them have these high voices, but it doesn't fit that villain because the English voice actor is this really deep voice and he sounds intimidating because he's down here. And so I just didn't think that fit as much. However, good old what's her name that I keep forgetting her name. Yeah, she plays the villain from Kit's video game, who I am in love with her voice. Yeah. I have a massive... Anything she does, I'm in love with instantly. And I have to look up her name every single time, and then I forget her name every single time.
Rose.
Well, because I know it's a weird name, like
because
it's a
she's
very
Japanese Egyptian.
Yeah, and her voice is phenomenal. And the sad part about it is she really doesn't have any voice lines. But, like, they hired her, and so I'm hoping that character gets more voice lines later so I can listen to her do a Japanese voice, in the Japanese version. But I loved the animation. I love the art style. I like Rubber Ross. I really like Ross. I don't love everybody in this indie sphere, right? And I'm not saying I don't like them personally. Like, I don't know them personally, so I can't say like I don't like them personally. But that would be silly. But there's something to be said about who causes internet controversy and who doesn't, and I just wish people would stay away from that and just make cartoons and art.
Yeah, no
and
kidding.
Stuff. But Rubber Ross,
Reddit was a mistake.
Oh, absolutely. And Rubber Ross has done his absolute best, to keep his nose clean. He's taken some stray bullets, that's for sure. But otherwise, I like Ross, and I like that Ross plays the paper. He plays Fold.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fun that he got to voice act in his own cartoon.
I think is my favorite character.
Yeah, I really like Kit. I think Kit's a great main character. I don't know if that's my stupid cat girl bias coming in or not, but
I mean, the internet seems to love Kit.
Yeah, but I
that's
genuinely love her. My X feed is all Kit right now. I got into the Kit algorithm. I liked one picture of Kit that was fan art, and now every single picture I get is Kit. I was like, fine, I'll like every single one of them.
Yeah. Oh
you know,
no. Oh no.
Yeah.
It's my kink.
Oh no, not
thing.
that. More Kit. Shoot.
Whoops.
So,
Whoops. I pushed the like button and subscribe button instead of the block button and report button. Whoopsie doodle.
Yeah, so great job, Rubber Ross, on having an amazing main character. And I love Caboodle. The fact that Caboodle is played by Jay Schlatt, I'm just like, this is so perfect. I love it. I love every single second of Jay Schlatt playing Caboodle.
Yeah, who thought that Schlatt even had the chops to voice act? Like,
I know, exactly.
I thought his
He's
job
awesome.
was just. I thought his job was just to be as offensive as possible.
Yeah, he's like Jay Schlatt is an internet jester. That is his job. He is the jester. That is it. And his voice acting skills were phenomenally perfect for Caboodle. It was awesome. I loved every second of him playing Caboodle. So good job, Jay Schlatt.
Yeah.
But the animation helped along with that. The animation is phenomenal. It's great. I love it.
All right. So from one glitch show beginning to one glitch show ending. Now, here's the thing. So I went to the movie theater to see this. I got my Ragatha card, collective card from it. I don't think I can talk about this. I don't think I can talk about what I watched.
Yeah,
not at least until these two see it.
Yeah, June 19th. The last episode comes out on June 19th on YouTube, so...
Yeah, so
I gotta
probably
stay
the
away
next
from
episode
spoilers.
of Duck Amuck in Japan, we will talk about this. But, let me say the movie experience of seeing this. Went to Humax, or is it Humax Inikibukuro to see it. It was me, and it was like, the place was all practically packed. There was a lot of people here to see this at the movie theater, both Japanese and foreigners. And I will admit, the whole time I was there, it was like, please, people, best behavior. Please have best behavior. Don't be going, Jax! Or,
That's social masking.
yes. And props to everybody who went to see this at my theater. We sat there, we were quiet, we watched it, we laughed at the appropriate times. We were all on our best behavior. We behaved like human beings watching this movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, was the voice acting in Japanese or was it in English?
English with Japanese subtitles, because they had both the Japanese and English screenings for it.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And I mean, made sure to go see...
Yeah, honestly, we have that here when we get... when we have foreign movies here, you can see it in the English dub or the Japanese original.
Yeah, so I was able to watch it in the Japanese, in the English with Japanese subtitles.
Awesome.
Like I said, I won't go into details about the movie. Let me say two things, though. Let me say two things. And these are no spoilers whatsoever. No spoilers whatsoever. Let's wait for that car or motorcycle to drive by. If you could hear that or not. Number one, I, as a viewer, as a fan of Amazing Digital Circus, was satisfied. I was satisfied by what I saw.
Okay.
I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, and this is a tip, and I'm actually telling you, Andrew and Jonathan, to actually do this as well. After you go see this movie, go out, find yourself a cafe. A cafe that makes really good hot sandwiches and hot cocoa. Order yourself one of each. Order yourself a hot cocoa and a good hot sandwich, like maybe a hot ham and cheese sandwich or a good BLT that's toasted. And just eat it and just consume it while you're thinking about what you just watched. And then after you're done with that, if the cafe serves it, or if you have to find yourself a bakery, get yourself a nice slice of chocolate cake and a big glass of milk, and just consume that. And I feel like that mixture of hot cocoa, hot sandwich, and chocolate cake will help you digest and process everything that you had just watched with the Amazing Digital Circus, the last act. I know it's a very David Lynch thing for me to kind of say, like, oh, get yourself a nice sandwich after you watch this. But like after I walked out of that movie, I was craving a hot sandwich, a hot cocoa, and a chocolate cake. So do yourself a favor, and afterwards, do all those. Don't make the sandwich yourself. Don't make the hot cocoa yourself. Don't make the cake yourself. Actually go out and find a cafe that has all three, or 2 out of the 3, and then find a bakery that has the cake. And just enjoy yourself a hot sandwich, a hot cocoa, and a chocolate cake after watching this. I know it sounds weird, but I promise
it sounds very weird. It sounds like you've been hypnotized by the movie. So yes, it sounds very weird.
I swear, I promise, it will make sense after you watch this movie. You'll be like, huh, I could go for a hot sandwich and a hot cocoa right now. And so this is all without spoilers.
Like cake. So this movie will make me like cake.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, we still have 2 weeks until that comes out. So
yeah.
Not next Friday, but the following Friday.
That's so long. I feel like I have to stay off Instagram for.
Yeah, I feel like this was a misstep on their part to do this. It's an interesting idea, but not everybody's going to be able to go to the theaters, and not everybody behaves on the internet. So I just think it was a very silly move to take it off the internet and put it into the theaters. I don't think it's wrong that they did it. Like, it's fine that they did it. I just think it should have been in closer proximity. You know, like, you know, you have a Fandango event of like, oh, this is going to be in theaters for a day, you know, and you go see it, and then the next day you release it to the internet, because they went through hell getting this into theaters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this was not a fun thing for them to do, but you could just release anything you want on YouTube and then it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, heck, I've already had some minor parts of the ending of like the back room spoiled for me. So like, you know, let alone the Amazing Digital Circus, which is just the internet is crawling and teeming with fandom. So,
yeah.
I'm not gonna say that word.
That's a dirty word, my friends. That's the other F word.
I wasn't gonna say anything bad, but I just didn't know if I was allowed to say it or not.
Yeah. No. I think we've spoken up many times here on old Wicked anime shows and on No Borders or Race. Just like, fandoms are toxic.
Yeah.
Fandoms are toxic. Yeah, the other F word.
Fat.
But yeah. Anyways, for the other indie cartoons, did you watch the other ones that I had listed?
Yeah,
Yes.
I watched a handful of them. I didn't watch 2 of them, but I watched a majority of them.
Did you watch this one, Planetronika?
Yes.
yes,
Yep.
I watched
Okay.
Planetronika.
Yeah, this is kind of cool because it kind of was like going back to that whole like, it reminded me a lot of what I watched in the early 2000s of Cartoon Network, like the Hi Puffy Amiyumis and the Totally Spies and like all those shows.
This is a real indie cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm talking about an indie cartoon, this is a real indie cartoon. This is what I'm talking about. This is made by like 2 guys.
Yeah. and it was pretty entertaining. it took me a little bit to like get into the humor of it because it was like ho 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 early 2000s, but like okay, yeah.
Yeah, it mimics 2004, 2005 perfectly.
Yeah.
It is a spitting image of it. Like this is what to all of our like alphas and zoomers and beta and now betas, this is what 2005 was like for us. Yes. This is what living in 2005 was like, was this cartoon. So it was fun. I enjoyed the aesthetic of it.
Yeah, it was like,
and the animation is really good.
Yeah, the animation was great.
There was quite a bit of off model, I think, in it.
Yeah,
there were a lot of drawings that went off model, but it was interesting. It was strange. I don't know if I liked it all that much.
There were moments when the animation went higher quality than the rest of the show, which I thought was really interesting. Where it was very short moments, because the overall show is very indie, which is fine. But then there are these smaller moments in the show where they just took the extra time to add a couple extra frames, and you're like, wow, that was really good. Like towards the end, there's a shot where they like stop, and she's like down low, and then she arcs and like picks up her head and is like making this facial expression, where she arcs up and goes into this facial expression that I wasn't expecting. I was like, that was neat. That was some really good animation.
Can we talk about like how one of the characters very, very Clayman-like, very neighborhoodish?
Yes.
Definitely a Clayman figure there.
Yeah.
Yeah, great design.
Very great design. Great design overall. Very cute main character. Very kooky, crazy-looking side character. I hope I can see more of this. I want to see more of what Planetronika has to offer.
Well, it's funny. Planetronika is getting a lot more traction because it got released with Gameoverse. And now everybody is drawing Butterfly with Kit. Like, Butterfly and Kit fan arts are going crazy because they're bouncing off of each other.
Cool.
People are drawing Kit with Butterfly, and it's wild. The whole indie scene is wild.
Terrific. Yeah, that makes me happy. Maybe one other one. Apparently, there's a new Pac-Man cartoon.
Yeah, this was bizarre. This was a weird choice.
Watch this one. I didn't watch this one.
This one...
I did. Yeah.
The other two I did.
I was... For me, like, the one show that this reminded me a lot of was Unikitty, which I actually enjoyed Unikitty for the batshit insane stupidness it was. But I feel like Pac-Man Snack Breaks took Unikitty and like removed all the good humor that was in Unikitty. Like, I could not get into this cartoon at all. Like, I thought it was a little too stupid.
Yeah, it was a little lowbrow for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't love it, but I thought the animation quality was really good.
The animation quality was very good. Yes, I will admit that.
Yeah, but the choices, the writing choices were bizarre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I don't think the jokes hit as well as they were trying to. And like I said, like, I love Unikitty because it's like one of those shows where just everyone's an idiot and everyone's stupid, but it's like an enjoyable kind of stupid. This show just was like, this is dumb, but I don't feel like I'm enjoying being around these characters like I was with like Unikitty and with the other characters who I can't even remember the name. Brick.
Yeah, it's it's a strange choice. I don't know why they're trying to revive Pac-Man. It makes no sense to me at this current moment, but hey, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I thought the animation was good.
Yeah.
That's about it.
The other one, I don't know if either of you guys watched the pilot for Gnome Show.
Oh yeah,
I did.
I'm a big Cass fan. Like, I like Cass in general. Like, I see all of his animations, but like now that he's doing his own original one.
Yeah. I freaking loved Gnome Show.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like was the I said a curse word and that's the punchline.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was the one. Yeah,
agree.
the one that was like the one time that they cursed in the whole thing.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the one millennial writing party foul that he did.
Yeah.
And but the rest of it as a show itself is very funny. Like his humor is very funny. The Meat Canyon cameo was very funny.
Yeah.
The concept of the show is very funny.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that everybody is just nasty it was funny. But like if you've seen the rest of Cass's stuff, it's very dirty. Like it's a very unclean style of humor. And it comes through Gnome Show, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, I do too, and I like how unique the animation style is. I look at Gnome Show and I can't really compare it with a lot of other indie cartoons. Like it has its own unique style to it that makes it feel refreshing to actually watch.
Yeah, it feels like a Cass, like because Cass is for those who aren't familiar with Cass, he does parody cartoons of properties that already exist, and then he summarizes them in these funny cartoons that have no dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
And then so for one thing, the fact that Gnome Show has dialogue is already jarring because his comedies don't have dialogue. And then the next part is it looks like his show, like it looks like him. So like this is what all of his parody cartoons are, but this is just original, and that's kind of nice.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his Lord of the Rings short.
I don't know if I saw that one. I've seen
I'm
a lot
thinking
of
of the
his
right
like
one.
I've seen like Shrek and Lion King and Emperor's New Groove, and like he does a lot of Disney recaps. And
you haven't seen the thing where like every time Gandalf shows up, he like raises his head and his eyes are all red from the pipe weed that he's smoking, and it has like
I don't remember, honestly.
Yeah, I know it was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Gnome Show. One other one, I don't know, we're probably not going to show with the trailer of it, just in case we don't want to get flagged or anything, but like, so Laika's new movie is coming out this year.
Yeah, I have not seen, I didn't watch this. I know you guys discussed this. And I saw you post it, and I was like, oh, I got to watch that, and then I just never did.
Yeah.
I have shown this trailer to my animation students multiple times. I have brought it up in class, and I said, no, guys, really, hold on a minute, let's watch this and let's talk about it, because I mean, like, I think Laika really has something special here. I know that it's based off of a book, but so was Coraline. But man, like the trailer that they have for this is just like, oh, Laika has done it again. Laika is one of these studios where like we are not going to make this unless there is something impossible for us to do. And we are going to do it. And so like there have been multiple times where I've gone back and I've rewound it and I've pointed at like the projection on my board saying, how did they do this battle scene when there's like 300 soldiers running over the side of a mountain? And like you're like, how do they do that in stop motion? I can't figure it out. And so like I've legitimately geeked out in front of my students talking about this trailer and all the things that they've done. I talked about the bird and how like the eagle that she rides on, every single feather on the bird is movable and animatable, like individually. My gosh, like it's incredible.
So like you mentioned, it's based on a book. So I've read the books. Like Wildwood trilogy is like one of my favorite book series, and it's written by a guy named Colin Malloy, who was the frontman of the band, the Decemberists. And if you don't know the Decemberists, back in the early 2000s, remember there was this big boom of all these different folk rock bands that came out. It was like the Decemberists and the Lumineers, Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. And like the Decemberists are the band that actually like are like the last one standing. Like they were the ones that triumphed over all the other folk rock bands. Mainly because they were the only folk rock band that didn't do one of those stupid "Hey! Ho!" songs that all the other folk rock bands did.
The boom clap hey era.
Yes, the boom clap hey era. And Colin Malloy and the Decemberists were the only folk rock band that didn't do a song like that, and that's why they survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, boom clap hey.
Boom clap hey. No boom clap hey from the Decemberists. If you listen to the music, he tells all these great stories. There's an album where he took the Crane's Wife Japanese folklore story and like tells that in a song beautifully. The Hazards of Love, which is a folk rock opera, beautiful story, amazing songs. So when Colin Malloy announced that he was writing a book, I was like, yeah, you tell great stories in your songs. I want to see what you do with a book. And Wildwood is what he did. And Wildwood is a phenomenal story. It's a phenomenal trilogy. And the funny thing is, back when the book was released, back in 2011, Laika made a 2D animated short trailer for the book. So, Laika, this has been in the works for like 15 years, if you think about it. Because, like, knowing Laika, it was like, oh, we'll make you a trailer for this, but we'll also make a movie of this somewhere down the line. And it has taken Laika 15 years to finally bring it to the world. And when you saw the trailer, it's like, damn, that was time worth spent, or time well spent. Because every aspect of that trailer, I was like, I remember reading this part of the book, and reading this part of the book. It's like, they captured everything. Like, that trailer, like, every scene there was like, I remember this, I remember that. And, like, I am so excited for this movie. I want Wildwood to be a hit because I want them to continue adapting it. I want Wildwood trilogy. I want Laika to actually make this into a film trilogy because the whole story is phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm convinced just from the trailer alone.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've been really excited about a trailer, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. And this was it. And I was like so psyched to show my students. Like I couldn't wait to show my students. So
yeah. So please, whenever this comes out in the theaters, go and see it. So yeah.
October.
October. Nice.
Not December for the Decemberists.
I know, right?
Yeah. All right. Let's quickly turn gears into from animation to anime. Hey, the Crunchyroll Awards happened.
Everything's wrong.
Yeah. Listen, I know we have our own Wicked Muckies. I know there are other awards. Can I tell you something that kind of irks me about the Crunchyroll Anime Awards? And it's not just this. It's, and we'll get more into like the winners and all that stuff here. I hate that it's become a black tie affair. I hate that the Crunchyroll Anime Awards has become like this fancy sort of black tie. Everyone wears the most beautiful gown sort of thing kind of awards. But for me, I feel like people that go to Crunchyroll Awards, they should be dressing up like they were in the late 90s at the MTV Video Music Awards. Mm-hmm. I feel like this is the cool kids table award show. This isn't the fancy pinkies up kind of award show. This is like, yeah, this is the cool shit stuff, man. This is the cool shit stuff. And I hate that they've turned the Crunchyroll Anime Awards into something that's like elegant. And like
you don't invite Martin Scorsese, you invite Jeff Keighley.
Well, maybe we don't invite him.
No. I mean, I know The Weeknd was at the Crunchyroll Award. I didn't even watch the awards. I was just waiting for the results.
Yeah, Jeff Keighley's gonna be like, guys, this anime, best anime ever. Now let me show you the trailer. It's like Rent a Girlfriend. He's like, best anime ever. Thanks, Jeff Keighley.
Thanks. It's Rent a Girlfriend Isekai. But yeah, Crunchyroll Awards happened, and I mean, I don't know. The only one that they got right that I actually nominated was Aoyuki for her performance in Apothecary Diaries.
Oh, Apothecary Diaries is awesome. Like that, I was happy to see that in the categories.
Mm-hmm.
I just have no faith in the modern anime audience because the modern anime audience knows nothing about anime.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. Like, everybody sucks. Gatekeeping is good. Let's keep everybody out. You know, is like we're ruining hobbies like over things that are like popular. Like everybody, because there are so many good anime shows that happen every year, and they just get blown by the wayside because of popularity.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm happy that things like Frieren and Apothecary Diaries are popular because those are legitimately good things.
Right.
I'm not saying they're bad things, they are legitimately good things.
Yes.
But you know, how many awards does My Hero Academia really need to win?
Yeah, like with best ending sequence. I'm sorry, but Kawaii Kawaii was just so much better. Better song, better ending sequence. Yeah, it's stupid. It's dumb. I know it's stupid for me to complain about it, but like,
no, like this is one of those things where it's just like it has no bearing on tomorrow. You know, like we don't actually care that that there's a popular, like, Crunchyroll is the biggest Western anime company out there at the moment.
Yes,
we don't care what their popular opinion is. You know, it gives us no bearing, but you are kind of creating a Funko Pop brand of anime.
Right. But then, you know, it's funny that they want to keep them so, like, act seriously, but then they have a category like this with the must protect at all costs. Which, to be fair, we have that at Wicked Monkeys, Nobel Prize for Adorability. But like,
but we don't wear black tie event.
Yeah,
we don't
no
like
shit.
our things.
Yeah, but
like,
they stole that category from us. We know they did.
Yeah.
We know you're watching.
And like, I'm sorry, Anya, she doesn't need protection. She's already got it. She's already got Lloyd. She's already yor. She's got Bond. She's got Mofu Mofu hair guy that looks like the dude from the IT crowd. She's got protection. You know who needs protection? Takapi. Takapi needs protection. Because while Takapi is trying to make things better for Shizuka and everybody else, no one's there to make things better for Takapi.
Yeah, but who protects Takapi?
Who protects Takapi? Who protects Takapi?
Takapi protects Takapi now.
Who protects him? Who protects this poor alien who only knows happiness, who comes from a world where everyone's happy and comes to a world where things are sad? Yeah.
Oh, that was another show that I was like, Scott, we have to watch this. We have to watch this. So I'm hoping that's one of the shows that we can get.
Yeah. By the way,
it's only 6 episodes. We can burn through them easily.
Absolutely. And by the way, I found this Takapi for 2,000 yen at one of the stores in Shinjuku. When I bought it, it was kind of, what do you want to call it, vacuum sealed. So it was like half the size it was. So when I opened it up, I was like, boom. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
I will say, it makes a good hug pillow. It makes a good hug pillow.
He's bigger than he actually is in the show.
He is. The funny thing is, the ones that were actual size were twice the price of this one. But, yeah. Bakugo. Okay, best main character, Mao Mao, Apothecary Galleries. That's fine. That's cool.
That's another one of those categories where it's just all popular anime, right? Where Mao Mao is an awesome character. I love her as a main character. She's a perfect main character for her show. But there's so many shows that came out where it's just the characters are great, right?
They do the thing. See, Crunchyroll does the thing where they cannot miss. A majority of people are going to agree with them based off of their safe choices.
Yeah, it's all the safe choices.
Yeah.
And that's what I would say. I see that we dive deep. We don't make safe choices.
Yeah, we dive deep.
No, we have a category called best anime girl feet.
Yeah.
Like, of course we're not making safe choices.
I was thinking about that today. I was like, man, that's dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb, but like, come on. It's like that's half of X right now is just anime girl feet.
Oh, dude, my algorithm is crazy at the moment. I was like, what? How did I get into this algorithm? How does it even know? Right? Like
that one like that just had the feet tag.
Exactly.
On there.
You click on it's like my Instagram feed is insane.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I like one chocolate lab video. Now I have all chocolate lab videos. Okay.
That doesn't sound like a problem, actually.
No, it's really not a problem.
It's not a problem
but you get
at
what
all.
I mean.
It's like, oh, it's a problem if, say, a girlfriend looks through your feed, and
It's these chocolate labs.
Yeah, I know. Dang chocolate lab algorithm. What are you looking at over there? Nothing. Nothing.
I was talking more of the feet one, but yeah. Okay.
I know what
you were talking about.
But like, really,
get to the
but yeah,
German
like
Shepherd.
how is Spy Family slice of life? Because it's not slice of life.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I saw that category. I was like, that is just wrong.
But see, again, that's like the normie thing to do, right? Is you have all these dumb people these dumb normies who have just gotten to anime and they want to change the hobby. They want to make everything kosher and safe. And they don't know any of the terminology. They don't know any of the lingo. It's like, no.
Right.
No. City is a slice of life.
Yes.
Nichijou is a slice of life. Azumanga Daioh is a slice of life. Spy Family is an action comedy
with a storyline.
Zero slice of life elements in it at all.
Yeah. And Shirley is a drama that has a storyline. Blue Box is a dramatic comedy. My Joseph Darling is a rom-com. Fragrant Flower blooms with dignity. I'm going to assume is a rom-com comedic drama. I don't know. I didn't watch that one. But like, out of all the ones that City's like the only one that is a slice of life.
Yeah, Slice of Life is a show that has no goal.
Yeah.
Azumanga Daioh has no goal. Nichijou has no goal. That's why it's Slice of Life, is because you're looking through the window at these characters.
Yeah.
None of these other shows, except for City, are shows that you're looking through the window observing other characters.
Mm-hmm. Right, I agree.
Stupid.
It's stupid.
And we love these shows. Like, these are shows we like.
Yes.
They're just it's just wrong.
Yeah. I mean, like, Apothecary Diary Season 2, Best Drama, won. I would disagree and say Anne Shirley was the better of the six.
Yes, and this is coming from somebody who loves Apothecary Diaries. Anne Shirley is 1000% the drama of the year, because it is, honestly, it's the only one on the list that I think is pure drama.
Yeah.
Is a pure drama show.
Yeah. I mean, Takapi can be considered as well, too, but, like, I feel like there was more, that I got more out of Anne Shirley than Takapi.
Yeah.
More of a horror, to be honest with you.
Taco P is like a psychological drama, I guess.
Psychological drama.
Where, I guess, Apothecary Diaries is one of those things where we couldn't put it in any other category, so it has to be drama. Even though there's comedic elements to it, it's more like a dramedy, but there's less comedy and it's more. So I guess it does count as a drama if anything. But Anne Shirley is clearly the winner of that thing because it dominates the idea of drama.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, if you want to say anything, I mean, is Apothecary Diaries more of a historical piece? I haven't seen it, so I don't know if it has any fantastical elements to it. But is it like a historical fiction?
It's historical fiction, yeah. But that's still counted. That's still drama.
Yeah.
I guess.
Again, it's like with comedy. I get Don has funny things in it, but that's like a show.
Yeah.
It's more shown in action.
Yeah, it's an action. Yeah. It's a show in action. It's not a comedy. Like,
yeah.
Just like the other problem is comedy is not a genre. Comedy is something you add to a genre.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything is an action film, everything is a drama film, everything is a horror film. You just add comedy to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But even still, like Don is not it anyways.
Yeah, Don is not it. That's a crazy choice.
I mean, look,
Don
City was nominated for it. Ranma, My Dress Up Darling, Witch Watch, like, and even though Spy Family.
Which even still, I would also, as much as I love all those shows, I would still throw a fit if they chose My Dress Up Darling. And so it's My Dress Up Darling is purely a romance.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. No, I get where you're coming from.
It's City.
Heck, that would
City.
Yeah, it's City. Yeah. But then My Dress Up Darling doesn't win Best Romance,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, what are the choices? They're kind of small.
Blue Box, Don. Ranma, My Dress Up Darling, Honey Lemon Soda, and Fragrant Flower, whatever one. That one.
That's. I don't know what that is. So it possibly could be the best romance, but I don't know. I think My Dress Up Darling is one of the greatest things ever made.
Yeah, I agree. Best background art. I mean, how could City have lost this? I'm still trying to wonder that. Because
yeah, right?
Like
clay. Everything's clay.
Yeah.
Like how But they use different mixed mediums in order to make the environment of City. It is an underhanded pitch to pick that.
Yes.
Like,
I've never watched
the normal
audience.
Yeah, but the normal audience didn't watch City because it was on Prime.
Yeah.
So
that's what killed it.
Make time.
Make Prime.
Yeah. Best director, Apothecary Diaries, I guess. I mean, animation's very good. I'll say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I that one I don't have an issue with. Sure, but as you can see, there's a pattern here because everybody watched Apothecary Diaries, and again, I'm going to stress it. I like Apothecary Diaries. This is a great show. But the problem with this is it's all a popularity contest, and clearly everybody watched Apothecary Diaries and nothing else.
Yeah.
It's that's my problem with it's the Marvel effect. It is the Marvel effect. I don't know anything about this medium. I don't know anything about this, but I'm going to vote for this because this is the only one I watched.
Yeah.
You know, everybody said Apothecary Diaries was popular, so this is clearly the best one.
Cool.
Well, it's like the way that the Academy Awards used to vote for the animation nominees. Well, my kids thought this was funny, so clearly this is the best one. And that's how Disney and Pixar won for all of those years in a row. Mm-hmm. Even though they started pumping out crap, they were still picking that because they're like, well, my kids thought it was funny, and I didn't see the rest of them. So,
yeah. Which brings me to Best Original Anime, and it's like, you picked the worst show. The show that I said the worst anime of 2025, and you picked it for Best Original Anime. Solely because it's the Cowboy Bebop director and the guy who did the John Wick stuff. No. You're wrong. God, you're wrong.
Which, that hurts to say. Like, that combination sounds like a
yeah, wow,
W.
two things that I love.
And then created total crap.
Yeah, it's like when Jim Gaffigan talks about fruitcakes. Fruit, good. Cake, great. Fruitcake, nasty crap.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened here.
Yeah. Yeah, I picked Zenshu. That was it was a much cooler concept. That was the better.
That was a fun show. I did like that show.
Yeah, Zenshu was fun. But yeah, I don't get it. And again, it's the whole thing of Uma Musume, Cinderella Grey, completely snubbed, not nominated for anything. That should have been here in Best Original Anime.
Which honestly, hand up in the air. I'm glad it does have a popular following, but I'm glad the normies are staying away from it. Like Cinderella Grey gets to continue to be a little bit more mine because they're staying away from it. But you are correct. Cinderella Grey was one of the best things ever.
Yeah. And then Gachiya Taku. Did any of you watch this one?
Yes, I did.
Gachiya Tuka.
Gachiya Kucha. Gachiya Kucha. Gachiya Kucha.
Gachiya
Yeah,
Kucha.
So I did, and the first episode of it was one of the coolest openings ever to like a series that I had seen in a while, and it was a shonen, and it was all good until it turned into a shonen anime, where everybody's got their superpowers, and there's this bad guy who comes out of the shadows, and he says, "Well, you can't defeat me. Look at how strong I am." And like seriously, as soon as the first bad guy showed up, I stopped watching it. I was like, I don't have time for this. Like, there's going to be 3 episodes of them fighting, and then they're probably going to become friends afterwards, and I wasn't in the mood for it after that point.
I don't blame you.
And so I stopped watching it, but I will stand by. I was like, man, if you want to see a cool, a great way to see how a series should start, watch episode 1 of Gachikuchiya. It is so dang cool. And then it just falls apart after episode 1. Yeah. Really, it gets worse and worse, and you hope that it's going to get better, and then until the point where I had to just stop watching it.
Yeah,
so,
gotcha. Best One Piece show, One Piece. This continuing series. It's always going to be One Piece because One Piece never ends.
Yeah, One Piece. It's kind of hard to beat that because One Piece is literally the most popular property on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
I dare them to be brave and not pick One Piece to flex on how knowledgeable they are about cool anime. But the problem is that continuing anime like this are usually at the same caliber as One Piece anyways, because most shonen animes are the only ones that follow this formula, the never-ending formula.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Now I give it to Crayon Shin-chan, because that's been going non-stop for 30 years.
How crazy is that?
Yeah. The film, the Demon Slayer Award. Here's the award we'll give the Demon Slayer for the film of the year.
The Demon Slayer Award.
And then, of course, anime of the year. I'll say this about My Hero. As much as I wish Takopi had won this for anime of the year, I'm glad that My Hero Academia it wrapped everything up. It's over. Here are your flowers. Please don't remake the show anytime when I'm alive. Wait till I'm dead in the ground and add 20 years, then you can remake My Hero Academia.
Wait 30 years like you did for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah. So, yeah. They could do better. I want them to do better. But at the same time, I don't want them to be better than us. I don't want them to be better than us.
And that is a conceited statement.
All right. So, yeah. Technical difficulties aside, we're done. That's it for this episode.
It's really late.
Wait. hold on. Let's take a quick look. Still $901. All right.
Yeah. I think
everybody's in bed right now. So unfortunately, one of the problems about releasing this weekend, and I had to release this weekend. I couldn't go any later because I need the books before August.
Mm-hmm.
I'm launching this the same weekend as Rhode Island Comic-Con. Rhode Island Anime. So there's a lot of people who are at Rhode Island Anime right now that are missing from the equation. So hopefully after Rhode Island Anime is done, we'll pick up a little bit more. But hey, 60% of the goal is not too bad for 6 hours? 4 hours? 6 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
6 hours.
So yeah, remember, go on the Kickstarter, Solarion Sun, volumes 1 through 5, and please donate.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Shameless plug. Besides the books, besides the websites, what's the social media for all of us? Of course, with me, King Baby Duck ESH on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, and all that jazz. Andrew?
Go to patreon.com/AFLM, where you can read up to over 1,000 pages of Solarion Sun, including past Volume 5, which is, Kickstarter.com/that. Go get Volume 5. That'd be great. But you can also hit me up at SolarianSun.com, where all my links are posted there to all my social medias. SolarianSun.com also has a lot of free content that you can start reading to see if you like Solarion Sun. You can also find me at Twitter and Instagram, or X and Instagram, at Solarion, or at AFLM_art.
Very cool. And John?
Find me on Instagram at The Line Block for my drawings, my free book, and my Tetris score for tonight is 268,306. I was kind of on the sauce tonight with Tetris also streaming and having CTWC this weekend. So I'm going to be spending the rest of my weekend watching Tetris.
That is a phrase I never thought I'd ever hear you say. I'm on the sauce.
Yeah, the
All
Tetris
right.
sauce.
All right. Okay. We did it. Show's over. Hopefully next episode, no more technical difficulties, whether it's through Streamlabs or OBS. We have ourselves.
Oh, no.
I think we're good.
It's going to be like this. This is the way.
This is the way.
I don't mind it. Listen, if it works, I think that's probably the way we should go. And something too is now I can stream on here. Like I can stream my my screen, so we could actually do Dungeon Box if you wanted to.
Sure.
Because I can post that. So
maybe keep that in mind for the next episode.
Yeah. The Dungeon Box kind of sucks now because they added an update that railroads you.
I think it still works. I think that we had people who made choices that didn't work. So let's try it.
Okay.
Let's see if we can.
All right. So until next time, this is your King Baby Duck.
AFLM.
JonStar.
Reminding you that if you're going to chase your dreams, make sure you run amok.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay, bye.
Bye.